Hello, Mr. Calzona. I'm Teodor Jumătate from Golasso.ro from Romania. We spoke in December, back in December, after the draw. You told me about the surprise of Slovakia. And also, I have a question for you now. At 1-0 for Slovakia, you already qualified. Your team was already qualified. What can you tell me now, before the last game of the group? How are you going to play the game against Romania?
Quando eravamo in vantaggio mancava tanto.
When we led this evening, there was still a long way to go in the match. We played against very strong opposition tonight, we knew that. So I am happy with my team's performance because we produced a great display and I'm very proud of my lads. We afforded the opposition half an hour where they punished us in that particular time frame, but I am happy with my team. As for the Romania game, we have our way of playing, and we'll certainly come up against a team that are fit and firing, and they won their first match by 3-0. Romania are a dangerous side, they've got quality. But we want to make it through to the knockout stage and make it through to the round of 16.
Okay, red shirts. Number 4, please, row 4.
Dobrý deň, prajem Mirovan Toldeník, Šport Slovensko. Pán tréner, skúsme sa ešte vrátiť teda k tomu zápasu v tom, že ten prvý polčas bol iný ako druhý polčas.
To this game, you know, the first half was different from the second one. Why do you think it was like that? And, you know, why there were those situations that we were punished for in the second half?
Ma è facile da spiegare.
It's quite easy to explain the strength of the opposition. Our opponents needed to do something to try and get back into the game. We expended a lot of energy in the first half. We created three or four very clear-cut chances in the first 20 minutes of the match. But, as I've just said, they caused us problems for the first half an hour. But we could foresee that because they're a strong side. They're a top 10 team in terms of their personnel. And they won their playoff final in the qualification campaign, and they really competed against Italy, so they deserve the utmost respect. But a few short months ago, it would have been inconceivable that our team could play on the same level as these very strong sides.
Hello. I'd like to ask you about the substitutions in the second half, about David Hansko, a fourth substitution. What impact did it have on the game? And also the substitution of Ondrej Duda for Laszlo Beneš. What was your tactical intention with this?
No, allora Duda aveva speso tantissimo.
Duda had really expended a great deal of energy, and I saw that he was no longer at 100%. Beneš and Matuš Bero. I've got them both on the bench, and they're two very worthy replacements, and I put Beneš onto the pitch. As for Hansko, he felt his hamstring go. He tried to grin and bear it, but he wasn't able to hobble on, and so we took him off.
Hello? I would like to know why you sent those young players, Leo Sauer and also Adam Obert.
No, I brought them with me because I really believe that they can give us a helping hand. And I've got absolutely no issue with blooding young players. I've shown that during my time with the Slovakia national team that if there are young players with ability, then I've got no qualms about calling them up and picking them when we need them. Obert can play in two different positions, and when I took off Hansko, I put him on the left-hand side. As for Leo, he's very good in 1v1 situations. So once Ukraine dropped off considerably, I needed a player that could beat opposition players. That's why I brought him on.
Hi again. You just told us that Hansko has a groin injury. Could you tell me if he's going to play against Romania next game?
If I were a doctor, I'd tell you. It's almost impossible to know. I don't even think the medical staff know at this stage. We'll have a look at him tomorrow and we'll see exactly what the issue is, and then we'll be able to actually come up with a recovery plan, and we'll see whether he's available for selection or not.
Black t-shirt in row 3, please.
Hello, Martin Petty from Reuters. You had a very, very exciting victory on your first game, and you had a chance to go through early today. You're then coming up against a very strong opponent. Do your players have the strength to get past this, to get through? Because we know what happened at the Euros last time. There was a strong start and then 2 defeats. What's different this time?
Yes, we had the opportunity, but we knew that we were coming up against a team that had to win at all costs to stay in the hunt to make it through to the knockout stage. As for us, we are the Cinderella story of the group stage. So the fact that we're already here and competing to make it through to the knockout stage come match day 3 is very significant. What's more, my team try and play football against anyone, regardless of the opposition, and I'm very proud of that fact. I really believe that we'll do everything in our power to beat Romania in match day 3.
What do you think? How do you view the situation in the group? And what do you think? What result would be good for you tomorrow?
It's an open game. Romania are up against very strong opposition. So it's actually very difficult to try and guess what the result might be. We have to wait for tomorrow's game and the result to see how match day 2 will pan out, whether Romania are able to get a result or not, or whether Belgium will get back into the mix. Up until tomorrow, until we've seen that second game, it's very hard to actually come up with any calculations or permutations.
Okay. Any more questions? At the back, black t-shirt.
Hello. I'd like to ask you, the guys in the mix zone said they didn't follow all your instructions in the second half. What is your view? You know, what did you need to get better at ahead of the game against Romania?
No, we spoke to one another at half-time, and in the last few minutes of the first half, we weren't playing particularly well. We knew what Ukraine's game plan was, and at the start of the second period, we were found wanting in what I asked of the players. But I can understand why that happens, because it's very hard to actually maintain your performance levels for the full 90 minutes to keep the playing the same way as we had for the opening 30. In order to come up against teams like this at this level, you need to improve and increase the amount of time that you're able to maintain utter concentration, because when you afford opportunities to teams like these, then they ultimately punish you.